Like everybody in healthcare, I've made mistakes, including big ones. I'm not proud of them, and I'm not proud of the way I dealt with them. As a young physician in training, as a resident, one night on duty, I made a serious error in a blood transfusion on a tiny baby. The equipment that I was provided for that transfusion was different from the equipment in the intensive care unit in which I had been trained. Luckily, the baby survived. I called for help. I had the fellow come in to rescue me and the baby from that terrible error. My feelings at the time were almost all guilt. I cried after the event and felt that something was deeply wrong with me that I would commit such a serious error. The fellow who came in was nurturant. He encouraged me. He told me it could have happened to anyone, although I didn't believe him. And I then went through the next week or two as a bit of a zombie as we hoped that that baby would survive. What I now know about that event is that it was a system issue. I was trained wrong for that setting, prepared to administer a blood transfusion with different equipment from the equipment I had. I really do believe now that almost anyone in that situation stood a substantial risk of making that same error. What I didn't do at the time was reveal that I had made the error openly with my colleagues and the people in that hospital so they could have made a change in that system if they chose to. I felt too guilty to do that, and the error became a secret. Now what I know is that that's wrong. Somehow from my own will, or perhaps even more realistically from the behaviors and attitudes of the leaders of that system, what would have been better is if I had had the confidence and the support to come forward with the story of that serious problem, so that the system could learn from it and changes could be made to protect future physicians and nurses from the same kind of error. Nowadays, I hope that healthcare is maturing into a better kind of system for a worker like me, frail, error-prone, human. And I guess what I've learned today is that unless we build systems around people like me to support us through hazards like I experienced, the system won't get safer.